Converting the unsold. It all went bad one day when John started trying to convert the unsold. Look, these are the people you couldn't sell before, man. We're going to figure out how to convert these people to real transactions, to real referrals, and move them up into your power base. You missed them 3 months ago or 6 months ago or 9 months ago. Sounds like a horror movie, doesn't it, okay? Converting the unsold. Look, this is what I want you to do, okay? Seriously, go through all the people you've worked with and not sold. You should have made the list already. But what's wrong with making a list a second time? I will. I want you to go through anyone you've worked with and not sold in the last 6 months, okay? And we're going to convert these people. I'll show you how. The fact that you didn't close that opportunity 6 months ago and then dropped it, gave up on it, quit, man. What you doing quitting? That's not an American thing to do. The fact that you dropped them 6 months ago doesn't mean that that's not still a lead and not an opportunity, okay? And because you forgot them does not mean that they're not still a potential. Let's say you walked into some gold mine, okay? You walked in March and you left. You didn't go back until the next March. Still gold there, man, okay? You don't need to apologize for leaving the gold mine. You just need to get back in there and go chip away. Just because you quit following up, or even if someone else sold them in the interim, does not mean they're no longer your opportunity. They can be your opportunity. Look, you've made contact. You got an investment made. You've already done some of the work. Go back and tap the investment. Maybe at that time, 6 months ago, they couldn't afford it. Maybe they weren't quite ready. Maybe they had to delay it for some other thing that they were doing. Maybe it had nothing to do with you or your company. Hey, maybe they couldn't get funding at the time. I don't know what happened. Something happened. Maybe they weren't serious that day. Maybe they were just kind of like, you know, and maybe now you stumble back across them and they're real. Maybe you had them on the wrong product, or possibly they bought from somebody else. Doesn't matter, okay? This is a greatly overlooked opportunity for you, and it has to be converted. You got to give it attention. Assign no meaning to the zombie. Okay? Assign no meaning to the fact that that you didn't sell them 3 or 4 or 5, 6 months ago. It means nothing. You got a prospect in the marketplace. And even that someone else may have sold them, you wouldn't assign any meaning to. They're still opportunities and should not be forgotten, should not be ignored, and they should not just be left merely in the past. Look, there's a lot of things you could leave in the past. Don't leave the unsold, okay? These guys got to be reactivated, okay, until they become a future sale or a part of your ever-expanding power base. This is a great person to you to add to your personal drop-by call list. John, Grant Cardone in the area. I'm going to come by and say hi to you. Great person to do that with. Remember, everyone knows somebody, okay? The more people you know, they're connected to other people. You know the whole 6 degrees, 7 degrees of separation thing? The more people you know, the more people are going to know about you. The more people you will know, the more people will know you, okay? Studies reveal that most salespeople, regardless of the industry, most salespeople give up far too early. According to a study, 80%, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I saw the study, 80% of sales to businesses are made after the 5th contact. But only 10% of the salespeople call beyond three times, okay? Oops. Look, it's going to take 5 and you only called them back 3 times. Man, it's a losing proposition. And the follow-up on sold customers is even worse, which means the guy that sold this customer, right, the other guy that sold him, that got him, he's not calling him back at all, so he didn't do any follow-up. What are you worried about? So what I want you to do is make a list of all the people that you were unable to sell. I want you to go back through your notes, go back through your database, anybody you missed. I want you to put a big V by them. V stands for valuable. And then we're going to use the earlier actions we discussed. We're not going to rely on one means of contact, many, many different ways to contact. Calls, emails, texts, personal visits. I'm going to show you the call in the next module.